let's talk about Bijan. Bijan goes to the Falcons at 8. Tyler Algier fans, I'm sorry, but this is why we continuously say do not trust these running backs. Every year, things like this happen. And I understand why, people give us the blowback and, you don't know what you're talking about. Algier had 1,000 yards last year. And yes, that makes sense. It makes no sense whatsoever for a team to go out and spend that kind of draft capital on a running back when you have a running back you didn't spend much on a rookie contract, and you can get other needs with that high pick. And instead, they go and get Bijan Robinson. They just do not care. This is what I've been trying to tell you guys is that the NFL, these teams, they just do not care. Okay, they went out, they got Bijan Robinson. Awesome for Bijan. They've been a run offense in general. They did spend high picks on Drake London. They spent picks on Kyle Pitts. Does this affect them at all? No, I don't think so. Not at all. I mean, Bijan, whether Bijan was there or not, they were still going to run the football. Because are they going to wind up getting a QB? I mean, you've got great weapons now: Bijan, Pitts, London. Now, can we get an actual QB in there that can really sling the rock a little bit? Because I don't think Ritter is the answer. Now, Bijan, I mean, automatically he was already the Dynasty RB1 before this even happened. And this guy's going to go in one QB leagues. I mean, you can make the argument as the 101 in one QB leagues. In super flex leagues, he's easily going to be into that first round now. Most likely the back end of the first round. Bijan goes to a great spot. Nothing changes as far as us drafting him at the 101. He's still going to be the 101 in all formats. Which brings us to our next guy, Jamyr Gibbs. They go out and pay for Monty. They still have Swift on the team, and they draft Jamyr Gibbs at the 12. I mean, crazy early. We expected him to go first round, or at least I expected him to go first round, but more towards more in the 20s, more in the later first round. Winds up going at 12, so he gets the crazy draft capital. They obviously don't care about DeAndre Swift. I wouldn't count Swift out. Most likely they are going to trade him, so hold on to him if you do have him because he can wind up going to a good spot, like dream spots, of course, the Eagles and the Chiefs. But even if he goes somewhere else, he can still be a good player if he can stay healthy. Now, Jamyr Gibbs being that 12th overall pick, I mean, this is huge. He's getting the draft capital. We've got 2 running backs in the top 12. So they plan on using Jamyr Gibbs. How much they're going to use him in the run game, I don't know. But we've always thought of Jamyr Gibbs as the Kamara, as the Eckler. He doesn't have to run for 1,000 yards, but he's going to have both, the receiving game and the rushing game. Now, I expect them to kind of use Monty just how they did with kind of Jamal Williams last year, but now insert Jamyr Gibbs into that Swift role plus more. I mean, Swift barely played a ton of the snaps, and he only played 14 games, but he still had 70 targets. We're talking about a guy in Jamyr Gibbs who can have possibly 80, 90 targets if he stays healthy. They're going to use him in the offense, and he's going to be rushing the football as well. Now, what's going to be the deal with touchdowns? Is David Montgomery going to be taking all those goal line carries and those carries down near the red zone? Is he going to hog all that? Is he going to take away the touchdowns? Should we be worried a little bit about the Jamyr Gibbs touchdown production? I don't think so. Swift was still able to score touchdowns last year. And now we're talking about Jamyr Gibbs, who is a better prospect than Swift, can catch the ball better than Swift, run routes better than Swift, now inserted into this offense. So I think they're really going to use him a lot. I'm not worried really about the touchdown production. Is David Montgomery going to take away some touchdowns? Yes, but you're going to get both receiving work and you're going to get rushing work from Jamyr Gibbs, which is why we say he could be the Austin Eckler. He can be the Alvin Kamara. So he can give you 1,500, 1,600 plus yards combined between his rushing and his receiving, and then tack on the touchdowns in there. So excited for Jamyr Gibbs. I think he did go a lot higher than we all expected, but I really do like the spot in an offense that is ascending, an offense that I think even more now is going to give Jared Goff that contract and he'll stay that quarterback there. So you've got St. Brown, you've got Jameson, who's unfortunately going to miss the 6 games. You've got Jamyr Gibbs, you've got Montgomery. So you've got a nice offensive squad there that can put up some points. So I really like the Gibbs move. I'm not concerned at all as them having Swift there as well. They're going to most likely move Swift. If not, we're playing Dynasty. We're looking at the long term anyway. So after this year, Swift won't be there regardless. But most likely, I would say that they trade him so they can get something out of him instead of just letting him walk. Jamyr Gibbs now instantly a top 10 running back. Bijan is going to be the RB1 for Dynasty. He already was. So we'll see what happens with the rest of this draft. We'll get the rankings together and put those out. But You guys let me know. Do you like the spot for Bijan Robinson? Do you like the spot for Jamyr Gibbs? What do you think of these spots? What do you think of DeAndre Swift now? Where do you have these guys in your rankings if you already ranked them? Let me know down there in the comments, guys. Just hit that like, hit that subscribe. If you do play Dynasty Fantasy Football, stay tuned for the next video.